Virtually every digital camera enables you to capture video, often in high definition, and so as a photographer, you might be starting to explore video more and more frequently. And Lightroom enables you to manage, optimize, and share those videos in a variety of ways very, very easily, right alongside your still digital photographs. The first step, of course, is to import those videos into the Lightroom catalog. For purposes of this course, I'm starting out with an empty catalog, and I'm only going to import videos, just to keep things simple. But bear in mind that you can most certainly import videos along with your still photos, and manage them in much the same way. Let's go ahead and get started importing some videos into this catalog. I'm in the Library module, and so down at the bottom of the left panel, I'll click on the Import button, and that will bring up the Import dialog. I'm importing images from a digital media card that in this case only has movies, and for our purposes those movies have already been renamed to reflect the actual contents of the video. So this gives us a pretty good sense of the process as though we were importing videos along with still captures shortly after capturing them, but of course there are some slight variations here for purposes of this course. I have the source of videos that I'm going to import already selected. In this case, because I'm using a digital media card that I've inserted into a card reader, Lightroom automatically recognizes that there are videos and possibly still photos on that drive, and so it sets that as the source automatically. I could certainly browse to another location if there were different videos in a different location that I needed to import into my catalog. Because I'm importing from a digital media card, I'm going to use the Copy option. The other alternative would be the Add option. That would only apply if I already have the videos copied to the primary storage location, for example, the hard drive where I store all of my photos and videos. But in this case, the images have not yet been copied to the computer, and so I'll make use of the Copy operation. At the right side of the import dialog, we can specify the destination and some of the ways we want the videos to be processed. I've already selected the destination, the primary destination for my videos. In this case, I'm simply copying the videos to the My Pictures folder. You might be using an external hard drive as the primary storage location for your photos and videos. Whatever location you are using, this is where you'll specify it. Note that I've not yet specified the subfolder that I want to copy these particular videos into. This is just the primary location, the top-level folder that I'm going to use for copying all of my photos and videos. Under File Handling, I'll set the Render Previews option to Standard. Now, I always use the Standard option when I'm importing photos, and I use the same setting for video. But do keep in mind that because video is going to be of a lower resolution than most still photographs, the Standard option is really all you need. For example, there would never be a benefit to using the 1:1 option for videos, because in effect, Standard really is a 1:1 preview, since the resolution for videos is so much smaller compared to a still capture. Because I want to be able to browse my videos as quickly as possible, I don't use the minimal or the embedded and sidecar options either. So with Standard set as the preview option, I can move on to the other settings here. Next, we'll see a checkbox for Don't Import Suspected Duplicates. And I always leave this checkbox turned on. The most common situation where I'll have a duplicate is where I've downloaded images from a card and then reused that card without reformatting it to erase the existing images or videos on that card. In other words, I simply made an organizational mistake. With this checkbox turned on, if there are any duplicates, they will appear dimmed out in the preview display here, so that you'll know that that particular video is not being imported. Note, by the way, that Lightroom uses a rather significant way of determining whether or not a video or image is a duplicate. It doesn't simply look at the file name, for example. It actually checks the metadata for the image in order to make a more intelligent decision about whether or not a particular image or video is a duplicate of one that's already in your catalog. I like to take advantage of the backup option during import, so I'll turn on the Make a Second Copy To checkbox. I can then click on the link that summarizes the path to the location where I'm saving my backup copy. In this case, I'll simply save those copies in a Download Backups folder on my desktop. Normally, I would save those copies on a completely separate hard drive, but of course, I'm just demonstrating the concepts here as part of this course. Next, we have the option for file renaming, and we can certainly take advantage of that if we'd like to use more appropriate names for our videos than they have coming right out of the camera. To take advantage of file renaming, we can simply turn on the Rename Files checkbox and then choose a template. For example, very often I'll use the Custom Name plus Sequence option, and here I can type custom text. For example, I'll just simply type video as a generic file name, and then I can specify a start number. So I would have video1.mov, then video2.mov, etc. And of course, under normal circumstances, I would use something more descriptive, such as a prefix that identifies the location where I captured my photos and videos. In this case, I'm working with videos that I've already renamed, so I'll go ahead and turn off the Rename Files checkbox. Scrolling down a little bit, we can take a look at the Apply During Import section. Here we can apply develop settings to the images or videos, allowing us to change the appearance of those photos or videos. Generally speaking, I leave this option set to none because I don't want to change the appearance of my videos or photos during the import process. I'll save that for a little bit later in my workflow. It is a good idea, however, to add metadata. Now, in the case of videos, it's important to keep in mind that the metadata is going to be stored in the Lightroom catalog only. It won't actually be saved as part of your video files themselves, and so there's some limitations there, but still a good idea to have some information just as a matter of course. Generally speaking, I'll add copyright information, for example, so I'll click the pop-up and then choose the New option. I'll go ahead and type my name and add the word copyright, and then I can specify the values that I want to add to metadata for all images and videos that I'm importing. So I'll go ahead, for example, and add the copyright symbol and my name to the copyright text. I'll set the copyright status to copyrighted, and I can add my copyright info URL, which in this case I'll simply just use my website address. And you can also add contact information. For example, in the IPTC Creator section, you'll find details for the creator of the photos or videos, and so you could add your name and contact information, your email address, etc., so that if anyone looks at the metadata, they'll be able to contact you. But again, keep in mind that for videos, that information won't actually be seen by the end user in most cases. I'll go ahead and click the Create button in order to create that metadata template, and now I can use that for all future import operations. I can also add keywords to the images and videos that are being imported. In this case, there's not a lot of continuity with the videos. They were all captured at different times and in different places, and so there aren't many keywords that would apply to all of them. But if there were, I could certainly type those keywords here. I'll just add video as a keyword, for example. Even though I could certainly filter these videos by virtue of the fact that they are videos, perhaps I want to be able to search for videos by keyword as well. So I'll go ahead and add that. You'll recall that I already specified where I want to store the videos that I'm importing, but I didn't specify the actual folder that they should go into. In this case, I've specified simply the My Pictures folder. This could have also been an external hard drive, for example, but now I also want to specify the specific folder that I want these videos to be copied into. So in the destination section, I'll turn on the Into Subfolder checkbox, and then I'll enter a name for that folder. I'll just call this Sample Videos by Tim Gray so that I know these are the samples being used for this course. Normally, this would be, of course, a folder name that reflects perhaps where I shot the video or what the subject was. I can also specify how I want to organize the videos. Do I want to place them into individual subfolders by date or just into one folder? And my preference is to organize the videos or photos into a single folder, the folder that I've already specified here. So now we can see that under My Pictures, a Sample Videos by Tim Gray folder is being created. Note that it's in italics with a plus symbol on the folder, which lets me know that that folder does not currently exist. It's going to be created as part of the import process. With those settings established, I'm ready to actually import all of my videos, so I'll click the Import button and that process will begin. Keep in mind that in the import dialog, most of the settings that I just established are going to stick. So the next time I import photos or videos, most of those options will already be established, so I'll just have to check to make sure everything is accurate. I might need to change the sequence number, for example, if I decided that I want to rename my photos, and I might also want to add different keywords. But otherwise, all of the settings will be unchanged, making it very fast and easy to import additional videos or photos later.